A billion-dollar Manhattan tech company just went completely dark. Every single computer crashed. Every phone died. The CEO, Mr. Harrison, could only watch as his empire crumbled, losing $50,000 every single minute. 20 of the world's most elite cybersecurity experts flew in from all across the country, their faces grim, their laptops whirring. But every single one of them failed. The company was bleeding money, and the clock was ticking. But what nobody, and I mean nobody, expected was Sofia. A quiet, observant 12-year-old girl who came to work with her janitor father Marco every morning before the sun came up. While the so-called experts were shouting at each other, arguing over complex theories and blaming foreign powers, Sofia noticed something they all missed. Something subtle, something sinister. The company's own tech director, a man named Gavin, was sabotaging every single attempt to fix the system. A quiet click of a mouse here, a mistyped command there. He was making sure the company stayed down. Sofia wasn't just any 12-year-old. She was a self-taught programmer, spending hours after school at the local library, devouring books on coding and network architecture. While helping her dad clean the sprawling tech campus, she hadn't just been sweeping floors. She had been memorizing server rooms, studying network maps, and learning every inch of the company's digital backbone. She knew this place better than anyone, so in a room filled with panicked executives and defeated experts, Sofia stepped forward. Her voice, though small, was clear. "I can fix this." The room erupted, not with hope, but with laughter. A few of the experts scoffed. The CEO, desperate but skeptical, just stared at this little girl in a worn-out hoodie. Who was she? The janitor's kid. But her father, Marco, stood behind her, his expression firm, a silent vote of confidence. With a heavy sigh, Mr. Harrison gestured to a terminal. "All right, kid, let's see what you've got." And then, something absolutely extraordinary happened. Sofia's fingers didn't just type, they flew across the keyboard in a blur of motion. Lines of code scrolled down the screen at an impossible speed. The room fell silent, the laughter dying in their throats. Within seconds, she bypassed the firewalls the experts had been stuck on for hours. She was navigating the system's core like it was her own backyard. And then she found it. The devastating truth. The tech director, Gavin, hadn't just crashed the system. He had planted a sophisticated virus designed to completely destroy the company from the inside and frame the CEO for the whole thing. But as she dug deeper, her eyes widened in horror. There was something even more sinister hidden within the code. A second, dormant virus, a digital time bomb set to activate in just 48 hours. Its purpose? To permanently erase the personal data of thousands of employees, their bank information, their family photos, their entire digital lives, gone forever. The attack wasn't just on the company, it was on every single person who worked there. Suddenly, Gavin, the tech director, let out a strangled cry. He saw his billion-dollar scheme collapsing right before his eyes on the main screen, exposed by a 12-year-old girl. In front of everyone, his carefully crafted mask of a calm, competent professional shattered into a million pieces. His face twisted with rage and hatred. Years of resentment, of feeling overlooked and underappreciated, came pouring out in a torrent of furious accusations. He screamed that he built this company, that he deserved more, that they would all pay. The criminal mastermind was unmasked, not by a team of experts, but by the quiet girl no one ever noticed. But how did Sofia know? How did she do it? The truth was even more inspiring than anyone could have imagined. This wasn't a lucky guess. After seeing Gavin's suspicious behavior, Sofia had spent the entire previous night secretly investigating. While her dad cleaned, she slipped into an unused office, logged into a guest terminal, and began her own covert operation. She risked everything, knowing that if she were caught, she and her father would be fired instantly. She meticulously tracked Gavin's digital footprints, finding the backdoors he'd created. She cracked his ridiculously simple password 123, and uncovered the entire plot. With minutes to spare before he could trigger the data wipe remotely, she disabled both viruses and, most importantly, saved encrypted copies of all the evidence that would put him away for years. She hadn't just fixed a problem, she'd conducted a full-scale counterintelligence operation. Just as Sofia restored the last of the critical systems, the wail of sirens grew louder. FBI agents stormed the office, tipped off by an anonymous message Sofia had sent. The main lights flickered and then roared back to life. Monitors lit up, phones started ringing. The company was back online. As the agents led a defeated Gavin away in handcuffs, the CEO, Mr. Harrison, stood on a chair, his face a mixture of relief and pure astonishment. He looked at Sofia, then at her proud father. He cleared his throat and made an announcement that sent a shockwave of applause through the entire building. Sofia was immediately appointed as the company's youngest ever security consultant, with a full team and a blank check to secure their systems. Her father, Marco, was promoted to head of the entire facilities department with a massive raise. But Mr. Harrison didn't stop there. He announced the creation of the Sofia Scholarship, a multi-million-dollar fund to provide tech education for underprivileged kids all across the city. The girl everyone had laughed at, the girl they had ignored, had just saved them all. She proved that true brilliance, true courage, has nothing to do with your title, your background, or your age. It has everything to do with your character. What do you think of Sofia's incredible story? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you won't miss our next video. Thanks for watching.